Oh, we're live. So welcome, guys. This is season 2 of Tech Trends. Every year we start a new season. Season 2. So
Yeah.
so Renee, our first topic is about internet shutdowns.
Oh,
I
that's
I knew
interesting.
about this a while back.
Yeah, we talked about this.
Yeah, we talked about how certain governments shut down the internet to prevent riots or other type of outbursts, in certain areas. They're like, oh, maybe there's like some like, I don't want to use the word T. There might be a T attack or something, for different places that, make little conflict everywhere. And so
Correct.
some of these governments, they see it in their culture, and I guess it's appropriate because otherwise these people would be voted out of office or who knows what, right?
Definitely.
They shut down the internet. Whereas in like the United States, that probably would never happen.
Oh, that definitely would not happen.
I mean, I haven't heard of it. Maybe it happens like we don't know about it or something, but I don't think it's happened because it'd probably be like a bigger story or something. But this article is about how this shutdown not only impinges on freedom of speech and human rights, but how that time that the internet is shut down, that's a loss of economy. There's
Correct.
nothing being sold or bought, and that means then that if if you're outside of India and you want to buy something from India, you can't buy it during that time, and that builds up.
Yes, it surely
And
does.
and this article shows that $2.8 billion in 2020 was lost just based down of how much time the internet was down.
Yeah, that was a big number.
And because of the pandemic, it's actually been a lot less than what it normally is. It's actually, I mean, twice as much, like usually $4 billion lost a year.
Yep.
And if you can, like, this is crazy with the numbers. What that means in 2020 is that it was like almost about 9,000 hours. That's a lot of days. If you want to do the math, Renee, but 9,000 hours where the internet was down, and it affected 10 million people.
And India is 9,000 hours divided by.
So what okay. I don't know how it's not 9,000 because that would be more than a year, but it was 8,927 hours.
It's mostly 375 hours. 375 days.
What does it come out to?
It was 375 days.
Oh yeah, I see. Which I don't understand that. Actually, what it says is that. Oh, you know what that is? Okay. I understand the math now. Okay, you ready? So it took me a second.
Explain it.
So what it is it affects 10 million people. Right?
Okay. Explain.
And what it is it's not like they're not like, it's not like, okay, so the total amount of hours for that much, is like what it would be in like 371 days of a year, right? But what you're doing though is you're multiplying the hours times the people. You know what I mean? Like, so like maybe one area, like 100 people are affected and it's down for 8 hours. So you multiply that out and you add up out of how many hours it is. Or maybe it's another area, it's affecting like 3,000 people and you multiply it like times 1 hour or whatever. And then you add all that up, that many people hours, and that's why it's like 371 of our days. So it's a lot of time that the internet is down, and it's just interesting to see like those are kind of like weird numbers.
Correct. That is a weird. That is why is it like that?
Why do they talk it like that? Or why did they say?
Yeah. Why is it like 9,000 hours over 10,000, like 10 million people?
I think they were just trying to like give people an image, because they don't have some out, like. Well, they're just trying to say like, okay, if I'm shopping in a given week and it takes like me an hour or two to do my shopping, well, that's basically almost 9,000 shopping hours that are, gone, right? And it's just some way of thinking about it in terms of, because I think, sometimes it takes people an hour to shop or something online,
Yeah, I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah. And but but yeah, they're they're saying that like different countries. I believe that India was the most affected by this.
Yes, that's what it
Um,
shows. That's what it shows in the article.
yeah, but they showed that Iraq had pretty close. They lost 2.3 billion estimated
Woo.
in 2019. Um, so Iraq is usually affected because of the turmoil there. Oh, also Sudan. Sudan had some problems, so they also had some rather expensive shutdowns.
Man, they're crazy, man. Shutting down the internet.
Well, no, I know. So some of the idea behind it is you shut it down so that nefarious people can't coordinate, through whatever channels that are public or not public, and usually, I mean, if you shut down the internet completely, then they can't even use like the back doors, like the black, what is it called, like the black
Dark
market,
web.
kind of like the dark web, right? They can't even use that because the highway's closed, basically. But the problem is it closes off everybody though, and so you can't tell your boss that you're late for work or something if you depended on email for some reason.
I'm late for work. Oh,
maybe your boss didn't give you his phone number and he only gave you your email. I suppose if you were in India, you would want to know your boss's phone number just for this reason.
Tell me about it.
Like, give me your cell number because I need to call in. But
oh man, I remember working with people from India.
Yeah,
they had to talk to the supervisor. I don't know how they talk. It's always through when I was working at. You have to chat with your supervisor through the computer. That's how you contacted your supervisor.
Interesting.
But I don't know how they did it. If they had their private number, but I know they chat with them.
Chat. Not face or just chat, like text.
It was just text through like Messenger or some kind of messenger, like Skype, Skype for business or something, or like Jabber or stuff like that.
Interesting. Makes me wonder if they wanted to have a paper trail, and they thought it was like, maybe not, because email is better for a paper trail, but maybe they just wanted fast, like they want you to deal in the facts and they don't want you to do small talk or maybe we don't know about India. Maybe they were more of like a reserved culture, it's kind of like
we don't know that culture.
Maybe culturally they just don't like talking as much. Like, I don't know.
I don't know too much about India. I just know where I worked at, that's how they would talk.
Maybe they're just very efficient.
That's the way we were too with our supervisors. We would just chat with them. We would text because my supervisor never answered my calls. He would pretty much text. He would just do text because we were like at help desk and stuff like that. Pretty much a lot of India jobs are actually some places are help desk.
Yeah. I think it's also because, we just get too much spam from phone numbers, people calling random numbers. And it could be a personal number coming too, and you just didn't put it in your,
Yep.
It could be because it could be someone. Well, I don't know if you had a personal email, personal phone number for work, whatever. But it could be someone. I don't know. Maybe not everybody has a dedicated phone line for work.
Yeah, if you guys know more about India, hey, comment down below and let us know. Like, what if you know more stuff about India, because we kind of like don't know about this part.
Yeah. Tell us if there's more. If more people are upset about these government shutdowns, then like why is it this way in India? Like, why haven't people been voted out of office? Why is this kind of accepted or whatnot? Just tell us, like, tell us your cultural lens. Like, why do you think it's okay and other countries don't think it's okay, or whatever? Maybe you don't agree with it, and tell us why.
We're open for suggestions. We're open-minded.
Yeah, I know if I had the internet shut down, I'd have a hard time falling asleep because I use the internet to fall asleep.
Really?
Yeah, I listen to like an audiobook that plays on certain websites and stuff. So I listen to that when I go to sleep.
I had to go without internet for 5 days.
Oh, that's rough.
Tell me about it.
That's a fast of 5 days.
Tell me about it. My fiance cracked on the third day. On the midnight on the third day, she cracked.
I'd be stressed out just because, like, I'd be like looking at like, oh no, I can't access my credit cards. I can't access this and this and this. And I'm like, that's too much. Like one day, yeah, but like 5 days, that's
For me, I took it easy. She's the one that cracked. She's the one that's like,
we're talking about internet hunger pains.
yeah,
Panic attack.
yeah, because we're so high addicted to internet and we really need it. Like, I don't know. I still kind of don't understand why we need it that bad.
Yeah.
If you're on vacation, you're on vacation, man. Get away from your social media. Well, except for us, we're bringing you the news. We need the connection to you guys.
Yeah, there's just so much. It's part of our brains now. We don't know how to get rid of it.
Yep,
it's like junk food. Like you can't put junk food back in the Pandora's box. It's like it lasts forever. It doesn't have a shelf life.
We're gonna be with the Neuralinks into our brains, like for Elon Musk says.
Like the internet doesn't have a shelf life. It lasts forever. So
that's funny.
So our next topic, guys, we have something it seems very simple, but I'm actually trying it out. It's an article about how to move the taskbar to the top of your screen on Windows 10. So usually the taskbar is at the bottom, where it's like your search bar, and it usually gives you like your date and everything like that, right? You can access all your programs from the bottom. At least if you're a Windows user, Mac, I believe, is always at the top, right?
Yes, sir.
And so this is actually an easy way for a Mac user to become a Windows user is if they move the taskbar from the bottom to the top. It's an easier transition.
Hey, don't talk about Mac like that.
That's me converting, yeah.
But I'm not converting back to Windows.
So, or vice versa, I guess. Or no, that doesn't work that way. It only works one way. So the cool thing about this actually, so what you do to do it is you need to go to your bottom of your screen and click on the arrow where it says show hidden icons. And then you would right click on that actually. And then at the very bottom, it says lock all taskbars. And you would unclick that because I just locked it on mine. And when it has an arrow, then it's locked. And so you unclick that. And then what you do is put your mouse on something that's not one of your icons, like the blank space, right? And then you just drag it up to the top of your screen or to the left of your screen. And if it doesn't move, then maybe you need to just click it again and you got to hold your mouse down on it. And eventually it'll move to the top or the left or right. And Renee, the one thing that I really thought was positive about this, by moving my taskbar from the bottom to the top, it takes some getting used to it because you're always looking down for everything.
Correct.
But the positive thing, though, about moving your taskbar from the bottom to the top is you're looking up. Okay. And psychologically, that means your posture is going to be better physically, right? But psychologically, you're going to be more positive because your head is up instead of looking down. You know what I mean? Like you're going to be like a more upbeat person.
Exactly.
Well, that's how I looked at it. I thought like maybe it's going to help me with my mood some because I'm going to be looking up more instead of like looking at the ground, basically.
Yep.
Does it seem like that to you? Does that seem like it might have like? Have you tried it? Like you're a Mac user. You have yours up at the top all the time. Maybe that's why you're so positive all the time.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm going to tell you right now. Here's the problem with that.
Sure.
That depending on the size of the screen, also determines how much tilt you have on your head and down. And then so you got to look at that factor. And then if the screen is like a 20-something inch screen, you're looking at a big screen, you're looking up like that, My 27-inch is not eye level, it's to the up left. And over time, your neck starts hurting for looking up constantly. Unless you just lift your eyes up like in an angle, like, okay, click it. Okay, look down back. Because it's also too, it's bad for your neck to be looking up 24/7. Ow.
You know what? Then whenever I say something like that, I'd be like, if terms and conditions apply. So basically, because of me, my monitor, I can move up and down. See this? I can move my camera up and down like that because my monitor moves up and down. It's got a webcam. So yeah, for me right now, the taskbar is eye level. So if your monitor is gigantic, then you can have it at the bottom. But even then, you probably want to have a table that's up high enough so that you're not like, you know what I mean?
For me, I have my Mac tilted into a 45 like that, and I have my chair inclined back. and I'm just looking up like that, just naturally.
And that gives you the best posture ever.
Eye level. But it's bad for my back.
Yeah.
So that's why you got to go to the chiropractor, guys. If you don't sit
you gotta put your chair at a 45-degree angle, and
then you gotta have your feet posture too.
so that you can supply the chiropractors with patients.
Yeah.
That's the grand of things. But yeah, I don't know. Like it's cool, Like I don't really think that like the taskbar having it on the left side of the screen. I just personally don't like that. Because you know why? Because it's just, I don't know, it's really weird looking. Maybe I could get used to it. And then also another thing you can do with this is you can make your taskbar a little bit bigger by putting your mouse over the bottom of it and dragging it. And what that allows you to do is, instead of like your date just saying the time and the date, it actually puts the actual day in words, like Saturday,
Yep.
So that, but then also you might want that a little bit bigger because it makes the search bar a little bigger, or whatever you want to do with it. Maybe you have like 100 icons or something, and you want it bigger so that you can see all the icons.
Yeah,
because I would do that, because I don't like the arrows where you have to click on it and then see more to the right.
Yep.
I want all my icons visible, so you can make it like 2 or 3 lines bigger. So that's a cool little thing, guys. If you want to be able to, if you want to know how to, make your computer a little bit newer in some fashion, and try to figure out maybe the taskbar at the top or the left or the right or the bottom actually makes more sense for you. And maybe you have some productivity, or maybe you just like looking at something new and just trying something new. Cause I don't know. I'm kind of a fan now of having it at the top of the screen.
Yeah.
So,
we do have a comment.
Oh yeah.
We have a comment from Mike Fox. What's going on, boys? Good to see y'all still around. Hope y'all have been safe.
Oh yeah. Do you mind if I just do like a 1-minute thing?
Go for it, man.
So guys, we had a hiatus where we didn't do podcasts for a while, because it's usually slow during the Christmas and the winter, like the December, January time frame. But I also unfortunately caught COVID. So I actually was in the hospital for about 9 days. So that was one reason why we didn't do podcasts for a while. And It's been a long recovery for that, to try to get back to feeling normal. Had a lot of anxiety and a lot of physical exhaustion. And so that's part of the reason. And another reason is we just wanted to take a break, because usually YouTubers take a break, or podcasters take a break December and January, somewhere in that time frame, and then refresh.
Yeah, that's what we decided to do, because he was still recovering from COVID. It's still recovering from COVID. So I messaged him, like, you know what? Let's just finish off the year. Just finish taking out the break, because we only had like 4 weeks left, 5 weeks left.
Yeah.
After you recovered, we're like, just finish taking off the break, man, and just wait it off. We'll do it when we get back, from the New Year's, either that weekend or we're doing the following weekend, which is this weekend. So we're glad we're back, and we're glad Joe has fully recovered.
Yeah, because it was. I gotta tell you guys, if you haven't catch COVID yet, it is scary. Okay, my brother, who's like a lot thinner than I am, he was coughing up a lung for like a month. Like he was having like a lot of cough. At first, it was painful, and then later he said he's not really in pain, but it was painful listening to him next door coughing a lot. And for me, it was scary being in the hospital, and other people have worse outcomes than me. But just keep your social distancing, keep listening to podcasts to pass the time while you're at home, and but treat it seriously, because you don't know if you're gonna have a bad case of it or a mild, or
Yep, I've been worried. I'm worried every day, because I drive Lyft and Uber full time, and the risks are high on that.
And you don't, let's say your mom or someone else catches it or something, you don't want them to have a really bad case. Because when I was in the hospital, I was worrying that my mom, who caught COVID too, probably, if she had to go to the hospital or my brother had to go to the hospital, and we're all in the hospital and we're all separated from each other, and that happens to some families.
And that's sad.
It's very sad, yeah. So the next topic, Renee, you got a little bit more advantage over me.
Yeah, hold on real quick. We got a message from Mike again. He's like, "Oh dang, I'm sorry to hear that. Hope y'all are good."
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it was touch and go for a while. I had a lot of people on Facebook, giving me their prayers, and yeah, I'm glad I survived. I really don't think I would have survived if it wasn't for the antiviral drugs and the steroids they gave me. So I gotta say this really quick: if you are a patient in a hospital, push to get medication for COVID, because for some reason or another they're really trying to ration it, and
Correct.
they just like want to send you home. But don't let them send you. If you had to go to the ER because you thought you couldn't be at home because it was dangerous to your health, do not let them say, okay, I'm going to go home. Keep pushing. Even if you have to stay in the emergency room for a day, just keep pushing, because they need to give you medicine that'll help you actually get better. And for some reason, somebody told them, like, not all cases need this medicine and everything, but some people, they go home and it's devastating to them. Like they did it to me. I was in the hospital for like 3 days. They really pressured me hard every single day to get me home. I went home and I was there for 3 days. And then I came back to the hospital after 3 days and stayed another 5.5 days, because that's how bad I got.
Yep.
So do not let them push you around.
Yeah, make sure you demand that, because sometimes I've been hearing a lot the hospitals are not giving it to anybody. Even if like the way Joe was, as bad as he was, they were not giving it to him.
I was like begging with him. I was like, I'm not going home because I don't think I can sleep. Like I'll die in my sleep. So yeah.
We got one more thing from Mike again.
Another comment.
Yeah, he says, "Stay strong, Joe."
Oh, thank you, Mike Fox. I appreciate it.
So okay,
appreciate
go
ahead.
It. So the next topic.
The next topic is about the 6th generation iPad Mini. The cool thing about it is it's supposedly going to feature an 8.4 inch display. So getting rid of less of the white or the other coloring.
Correct.
It's called like the bezel. Yeah, there'll be slimmer bezels, so it'll be less of that and more screen, which is pretty cool.
That's what they did on the phones. They got rid of majority of the bezel and pretty much almost 100% screen.
Yeah. So it's not necessarily it's not getting any bigger, but it's going to have more screen, which is awesome. And I looked at the comment section of the article. Some people were thinking like, oh, why does why are they making like every device bigger? But of course, we just explained it's not. And also, some people wanted the device to get even smaller, but I think they already have devices that are smaller than this.
Yeah.
So there's no reason to make it smaller if they already have that product, and they just want to make, like if every one of their products could have more screen and less bezel, it just means that the screen is getting, just getting cheaper to make. Yep. And their technology of making sure that the screen doesn't break or anything,
correct,
is getting stronger.
Yeah, it's like when they did the foldable phone.
Yeah,
that's a very unique thing. I remember when it first came out, it cracked over time, and now it's much more sturdy, more stable, and that's what they need. That's what they're working on.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Glad.
I always want more screen size, screen space.
What is that? More for screen space for more apps.
Oh yeah, just more screen. When you're watching a video, it's a better image.
Yeah, what they did, I remember when they did that to the was that phone, the Galaxy, was it the Galaxy Note or the Galaxy something, that the phone would come out to the edge of the phone and it had a whole different menu. I don't know if you remember that, Joe.
No, I've never bought a Galaxy phone.
Really? They had a phone like this, and it has that curvature on the side, and this curvature had a different whole menu. You could use that as like a whole different option.
That's cool. I guess that didn't didn't stick around, or I don't know.
No,
That's pretty sweet though.
Yeah, they kept the style, but they minimized that curve. So they don't use it for that anymore. They use it for side menus now. Like you swipe it this way to the left or swipe it to the right, depending. And
to get a whole nother set of options.
A menu. Even when you swipe upwards, you get the, if you swipe upwards, you get the apps menu. Swipe down, you get the notifications menu and stuff like that. So you get the little bit of extra on the side of the screen, a little bit more, but I think that was a bad idea because phones crack easier.
Yeah, it was just ahead of the times. Ambitious.
Yeah, I remember all that stuff.
So Mike says, not to mention that iPads don't have a good aspect ratio for video watching. So the video has black bars, bigger screen, and it's better for video. Yeah.
Yep.
He says that you're thinking about the Note 4 Edge. Yeah.
Oh yeah. There we go, Mike. Mike's the bomb in this chat.
He does his tech.
Yeah, he does. I forgot. I knew it was like the Galaxy or something with the Note. It was somewhere there. And they got rid of that sucker quick. But now they're gonna merge the Note and the Galaxy together.
So it's 8 inches. I'm just trying to imagine it.
I was like, what are you doing? You're doing like
8 inches iPad mini.
I was like, are you doing like sign language? Are you trying to put a puzzle together?
Yeah. So to go on to our last topic. Last topic is about Nvidia display drivers. So typically they're giving out a new display driver like usually every month or so for like new games that come out. But if you own a Nvidia graphical processing unit, which is for your graphics of your computer, your GPU, you want to make sure that you update your display drivers this month. You want to go to that same arrow we did earlier to look at your taskbar, and if you don't, but you can search it up. You can go for Nvidia GeForce Experience. Click on that and then update your drivers because this has an important security update, and part of it prevents you from it helps you from not getting like denial of service that might happen, or where people are accessing your computer information, your private information with tampering. So make sure that you downloaded this one for sure. Some people like if you think about it, a lot of the driver updates that Nvidia does, you're like, oh, I'm not going to buy these 3 or 4 titles that they're updating the drivers for, so I'm not going to update my drivers for months or whatever, right?
That's funny.
This one you should
do it.
This one will make your computer more secure. So don't leave your computer vulnerable.
Yeah, don't, because you'll get identity theft or email hacked or computer
something. You just don't. Don't leave your computer vulnerable and your information. So Mike is saying, I recommend people enable the experimental features on GeForce. It enables on-screen performance stats, MSI Afterburner, and no need for external programs. I'm wondering if I
there it is.
If I do the experimental experience. Let me see. I think where I can find that. Let's see. It's somewhere. I have. Hey, Mike, do you know what section of GeForce Experience that is? Because I have the game optimization. Downloads automatically download driver updates and let me choose where to install.
I think this is part of your motherboard.
Let's see. Is it Alt plus R? Should be in settings.
He just should be in the settings.
I'm in. Yeah, see. Experimental features. Let's see. I have Notification when a driver is available and reward is available. I forgot they. Oh, I see the button now. It says enable. It's very at the very top. Interesting. Checking for updates. You have the latest experimental features updates. Thank you. So is that part, Mike? Is that, you think that's part of like the normal drivers, or is that something extra that they put in there? Is that like, so like you got a different set of drivers than other people who get the more stable drivers, maybe?
Yeah, because I know experimental you could have issues.
Yeah.
Because you're just testing it out for them. And you could run into problems.
Yeah. So yeah, if Renee you're good with this topic, we can wrap it up for this week.
I'm really nothing to say, man, because you covered everything on spot on.
Yeah. So
Mike's helped out a lot. I'm glad
thank you,
Mike jumping on board, because if not, he saved our life right there. Mike just messaged back. It's a beta feature for the GeForce experience overlay. The driver should remain the stable one.
Yeah. Yeah. I see. Oh, I see. Yeah, for the GeForce. Oh, I see. It's for the experience and not for the actual driver. Okay. That's cool. Yeah, because you don't use the experience that much unless you want to. I've used the GeForce experience for sometimes for game optimization, but also you can do like the shadow play where you can do game recording, on screen stuff.
Unfortunately for me, I don't have a GeForce.
Yeah, I used that before I got better with OBS, and you can do a lot more things.
I'm on Mac and Windows. I don't have a custom PC like you guys. I'll get there one day.
Yeah, but your Mac does a lot of things I can't do.
Oh man, I could do high rendering, I could do fast editing, I could do 4K, I could do whew.
Yeah.
Okay, Mike messaged back again. It's very useful to troubleshoot bottlenecks when in game. See if your GPU usage is the problem or CPU. Alt plus R.
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty good. Yeah. Not all games have in game FPS monitors.
Correct. And then Mike also states he has to join the PC dark side.
were you once on the PC side? Were you?
Me?
Were you ever on the PC side?
I've always been on the PC side, but then I tried editing, bro. It took me like 3-4 hours.
And then Emperor Palpatine said, "Come over to Mac iOS. We can help you with that editing that you need."
So I jumped over to the Mac, to that side, because the rendering's 10 times faster than my Windows.
There's more money on the dark side.
There is. But I don't have money to jump onto the dark side back to my PC. But then I have to worry about viruses.
Pay to win. Oh, no viruses?
I have to worry about viruses on Windows.
Oh, yeah.
Macs don't have viruses. So you got to win and win there. But the thing is I lack is the customization on it. It's easier to customize and change out parts on a Windows PC than on a Mac. Mac, if it goes bad, the CPU or anything, that's it. It's gone. Your Mac is gone. I can't even change. My screen is cracked on my iMac on the side. I can't even replace it. I can't even replace the hard drive on it because I crack on it. So I just have a USB 3.0 external hard drive connected to it, and it's how I'm running my operating system on it. Compared to a Windows, I could just open a component, just slap in a new drive, and voila, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, it's literally when people say like I'm going to upgrade my computer into 6 years, it's literally that. It's not like I'm going to upgrade this, and this because it breaks or whatnot. Or
yeah, just Mac, you got to replace the whole deal. Windows, you could replace components.
It's got a plan.
And the case is good for years.
Yeah.
And that's the good part about it.
Because you don't have it's like a laptop.
Yeah. Mac is like a laptop. You can't replace the shell.
You can't open it up either, right?
Macs, no. The only thing is mine.
So you can't get rid of like the dust and stuff. It's like a laptop. Like,
nope, I can't replace it. You should guys have a topic of the week discussion at the end of the news topics. Something to talk about. Debate till the stream hits 1 hour or something for slower days, maybe. Just a suggestion. I thought about that topic of the week discussion at the end of the news topic. I've really thought about that. I appreciate that, Mike. You brought that back to light.
So what would that be? That would be
like any kind of, it'll be the news what we have right now, and then like something at the end of the topics, like a suggestion, like right now we're talking about Macs. Mac versus Windows, be customizing or versus Macs are permanent.
I see.
It'll be something like that.
Oh, debate. Oh, so it's something like, okay, you take one side or the other side, or
yeah,
something that's
yeah.
Huh.
I like that. I like it.
Good suggestion. Yeah.
Hits the 1 hour or something for slower days, maybe. I'll take it. I'll take that option. I thought about it, Joe. I really have thought about it. We're still trying to improve the podcast, but hey, we're getting there.
Yeah. And then part of it is to, try to be succinct for the articles, and then getting enough audience, usually live audience on YouTube, to generate those kind of things. And it's true. Renee and I could go back and forth and like talk about different. We could have like a topic of the week that we're just randomly talking about.
Yep. We have Mike messaged again, stating maybe like pick a topic that was interesting that week, then debate on it, even if for fun. Play the devil's advocate just to elaborate, learn on the topic. I've been on the IT for a long time, and I could pretty much talk about networking, everything down to the PC level. But when it comes down to CPUs and GPUs, that's beyond me.
I do say in defense, Mike, that we kind of do that with each topic.
That's what I was going to say, because
we're kind of debating the topic as it goes on,
Sometimes we don't.
True. I mean, if it's more straightforward, or if we both agree.
Correct. Yeah. There's been topics that we discuss. We're debating on this all the time, and we kind of state positives and negatives effects on every single thing.
So I see. So you just make believe that I believe that it's okay to censor the internet. I'll be the bad guy telling you, hey, yeah, somebody's protesting outside my house right now. I'm gonna shut down the internet within like a 5-mile radius.
We need to keep the internet active. We need to make your voice heard. Our voices heard.
I need to be able to buy from Amazon at 2:00 in the morning every single morning, because that's when I buy stuff.
You don't need to be on the internet 2 a.m. We gotta shut it down. You should be in bed.
I have I can't think. I have insomnia, and I wake up at 5 p.m. and go to bed at 4 a.m.
Okay,
and that's my buying time. I'm very OCD. I have to buy at 2 a.m. You cannot shut the internet down.
Well, that's not everybody's that's our problem. I don't know.
All right, let's see guys. What else. Okay, so if I shut the internet down, I can prevent violence. Maybe I can prevent. That's the only reason why they use it, right?
What, to cause violence or to prevent it?
No, to prevent violence. To prevent violence in India. That's why they censored the internet. You could say in defense or in aggression, you could say, but maybe you use censorship against your political enemies.
Oh, I didn't think about that one.
So my friend, so like, let's say, Renee, you have a political rally going on right now. I'm going to shut down the internet for 2 or 3 hours because I'm claiming that there's violence around your rally. So your rally won't go out to anybody.
Well, the thing is, I need the internet to actually tell the riot or protesters to stop. and make my point across to them. Make them understand.
Maybe maybe I don't want people to use their Uber apps in the vicinity of the rally. I want them to be stranded there so I can pick them up with my police.
I need to get them home safely. I need to find a way to get them home safely without you getting them escorted. Because maybe they were just peaceful.
I need to make sure that the internet is shut down so they don't know the best places to eat afterwards. Or before. They need to, if they're not native to that environment, that area, they shouldn't know which restaurants to go to.
Okay, I don't know what the next thing to say.
Gosh.
Oh man, Mike stated it helps see things from another perspective. Also, hey, you'll stop a lot of pointless Twitter arguments. See, you're having fun. Haha.
Yeah. There is it just be like layer on top of layer. But yeah, Mike, if you, I don't know, if you want to give us another idea about that on Discord, so basically what it is we just take up a topic, like maybe it's what it is the last topic of the day is like a more controversial one. And
I'll be careful.
You like pick a side. you like flip it. What?
I would say I would kind of be careful on that controversy.
No, I know. So maybe I don't know what it would be. Maybe, we'll find out if we get in trouble or not with some of the controversial ones, or even though we're make believing.
Yeah, I know. Right now we're just having fun, just throwing some random topics out there. No offense to anybody on this topic that we just brought up.
Yeah, we should have a disclaimer. I don't believe anything I'm about to say. It's part of a make believe mock debate.
Yeah. So be disgraced or discreased or discreet. Oh man.
Well, let's end this week. Thanks for tuning in, guys. This has been episode 1 of our new year, and we wish you a great new year. And hopefully you can achieve your dreams and whatever goals you have for the year. And we'll see you next week.
Yeah. See ya.
Take care.
Peace.